If your partner has one of these 5 green flags, then she's an amazing pick. First, you're her first choice. Women tend to categorize men in different categories. She will classify the men that she really wants to be with, and then she will have the backup plan, and then she will have the friends. They will be classified based on the level of priority. As a man, you have to make sure that you're always the first choice of the woman. Because if you're not the first choice, you're going to be the backup plan. The backup plan is the guy that she's okay to be with long term, in case it doesn't really work with the man that she really wants. And then you will have the friends, or the friends that will give her a lot of attention. A friend that will give her a lot of time, texting her all the time, listening to her all the time, giving a lot of resources. But the man that she really, really wants is busy, he doesn't really have time, is focused on his project. And that's the type of man that you need to be. You need to be focused on your project. So yes, the first criteria is that you're her first choice. And if you are her first choice, then she's going to be really interested in being with you. Because at the end of the day, a woman really respects a man that she loves and deeply cares for. And unfortunately, when the roles are reversed, when the man likes the woman much more and is more invested, it usually doesn't last. And this is why the vast majority of the divorces are initiated by women. You have to understand as a man that there are always two sides of hypergamy. There's one side which is the provision side, when women are going to be looking for the provision and the security, so the financial security and the long-term provision of the man. And then there's a second part, which is the physical attraction. They will be drawn to men that are extremely masculine, extremely strong physically, tall men. That's the type of man that they will be interested in. And unfortunately, it's very rare that you will have both of these in the same man. So usually what tends to happen is that they will have one man for provision and protection that they usually pick after when they are 30. And then they will have the hot men, or what they call the fun men, that they will have from time to time, much more when they are 20s and from time to time when they are 30s. Second point, she takes care of her emotional and physical well-being. So if a woman had trauma in her life, if she had dreadful experiences in the past, or maybe she has been raised by a single mother, good women will have dealt with it prior to the relationship. They will have sought medical help and potentially have gone through therapy for multiple months before entering the relationship. If that's not the case, then it's possible that these traumas are going to follow her. Good women are also about self-improvement. They will read a lot of interesting books. They will also listen to podcasts and watch videos about how to become better every single day, how to become a better woman. They will never think that they do not have to improve. Good women always look at ways to become better. Also, before meeting you, she used to take care of her body. She used to go to the gym even before meeting you. She used to do exercises on a regular basis. She used to go on the run, for example. And that's important that she does it before meeting you, because it means that this is part of who she is as an individual. So she will continue doing it even later in the relationship. Unfortunately, when the woman only does it in the short term, so before the moment she meets you until the moment you guys get married, there's a high risk that she will stop at some point as soon as she will have the first inconvenience to overcome. The last part is that she will also be looking at what she eats. She will be very careful about what she eats. She wouldn't go crazy about drinking all the time. She will be focusing on eating good diet. She will be focusing on helping you also to eat good diet. These are the good women. She will push you to be better. If the woman not only takes care of her body physically, she takes care of what she eats, but on top of that, she also helps you to take care of what you eat and your physical activity, then that's amazing. She's going to be able to look after your diet. She's going to maybe cook for you meal preps. She will also chase you, making sure that you don't eat in between meals, that you don't eat snacks or sweets. She will also push you to go on the gym even when you don't really feel like going. And this is an amazing asset when you have a woman by your side, when she's chasing you in becoming better physically and emotionally. The third point, a great woman will be your biggest fan when it comes to your project. What happens when you talk about your project? How does she react? What can you read in her eyes? Does she seem interested in your project? Is she focused when you're talking about it? A great woman will be interested in your project. She will seek more details about your project. She will ask a lot of questions about your project. And that's very important because what you want is that your woman, your partner, to be your biggest fan. And this is what happens usually when you have people that have amazing projects. They are on their purpose. You will have the woman by their side that will be so invested in their project as well. She will be helping them, she will be pushing them, and she will be so motivated for them to succeed in their project because she knows that if he succeeds in his project, then she succeeds as well because she will be benefiting from the lifestyle that he will be able to afford as a result of achieving his project. She will also be talking about you to lots of different people. Of course, she will be talking about you to her family, to her siblings, to her parents, even her grandparents or cousins. You will be in a lot of discussions because she will be so proud of you. She will be your biggest fan. And another point is that real women that are interested in a man, that are the biggest fan, what they do is that they will post on social media as soon as they are in a relationship. She will post a picture of you two together because she wants to be seen next to you, because she knows that you're a man of value, because she values you and she's proud of being with you. If you're in a relationship, you've been together for a few years, and your woman doesn't have any picture of you in her social media, that's very strange. Especially if she posts on a regular basis on social media. If she doesn't really publish anything about you, any story about you, when you guys go to the restaurant, she only takes picture of the dish, then maybe she's not your biggest fan. And you have to ask yourself questions about it. And maybe think about potentially changing woman if she doesn't have any of the other green flag. Fourth, you will have similar values. So the woman and you will have similar values. And that's translated into agreeing on just basic things. How are you going to deal with the household? Do you really believe that a man's role is this role? Do you really believe that a woman's role is this role? What do you think about abortion, for example? What do you think about the gender? There are lots of different aspects of it. And also, obviously, there is the spirituality. So if you guys believe in the same type of things, that is very important. And at the end of the day, it's about discussing about roles and responsibility and what type of value. Do you believe in honesty? Do you not care about it? Do you like making fun of other people? And all of these discussions and these values have to be shown to be the same. There was a very interesting study that was carried out a few years ago. It was about understanding what makes couples last longer than others. What are the attributes that make them last longer? And surprisingly enough, none of the attributes that you find in dating apps, so for example, first, which is physical attraction, the second part is probably status for a man, the third part maybe it is the body for a woman. None of these attributes lead to successful relationship. That's interesting, right? None of these attributes. The finding of the study is that common values, common objectives, and common goals are much more relevant in predicting the success of a relationship. And this is why having common values is much more important than the other aspects. I'm not saying that you should ignore physical attraction. Physical attraction is very important, especially for men. But do not stay focused on this only. Fifth, she surrounds herself with the right people, with the right friends. This is so important. When you look at the woman, you can actually just look at her friends. Because what tends to happen is that we are the result of the 5 people we spend the most time with. So when you look around in her friend group, what do you see? Do you see a lot of single women that like partying all the time, going on girls trip all the time? Or do you see women that are aiming to have families? Women that are already in a relationship? This is the type of evidence that you should be paying attention to. As a man, you have to look at her circle, what type of woman she's around. Her circle is so important because when push comes to shove, when you have difficulties in your relationship, let's say that you had an argument, and then she goes and talks to her friends. And she goes, okay, Mike and I had an argument and things are not that great between us. If they are good friends, what they are going to say is like, okay, try to work it out with this person. Maybe you misinterpreted certain words. Try to take a step back and remove the emotional part. And they will push, if they are good friends, to stay in a relationship, especially if the man is a good man. But what tends to happen is that everyone recruits for their own groups. Singles are going to recruit women to become single. Married people are going to recruit people to become married as well. And it's so important if you're in a relationship that the other people, her other friends, are also in a relationship because they will talk her out of bad ideas. If she goes to her single friend, they will just say, you know, he's not that great of a guy, right? No, that's what he said was really unfair. He doesn't really care about you. You should really move on. We have a party this weekend. Do you want to come with us? We're going to have a great time. We're going to have loads of drinks. And let's see what happens. How about that? That's the type of friend that she should never have. Because these are the bad friends. They are going to influence her for bad actions that she might regret later. I have a bonus green flag for you. If she adds value into your life, she's really a gem. Let's take an example. She sees you. She sees that you are preparing meals in a specific way. And women are very good at analyzing things and observing. So she will see that you're preparing maybe 40 grams of protein per meal, or maybe 30 grams of carbs per meal, and so on. She will proactively prepare the meals for you if she really adds value into your life. That could be one side. She could potentially also take care of the house. Make sure that the house is sorted. You never have to worry about it. She might be taking care also of the food shopping, that you will never have to worry about it as well. On the other side, men are also looking for women that can help them with their business. For example, you have business, but your partner, she knows about accounting. She might be able to do some of the accounting for you. Maybe you have too many papers to manage, too many letters to send. She might be able to do it. When a woman can add value into your life, whether it is in your house or in your business, then she's a great pick. And that's an amazing green flag. So keep in mind that these green flags are extremely important. Unfortunately, a lot of women do not have the right qualities. If you want to know about the red flags that you should avoid at all costs, I recommend you to watch this video. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe and like the video. That will really help me. Thank you.